I'm here today to do a few enhancements because I am 47 years old and I had 2 children at 40, and I've spent the last 7 years focusing on establishing my family and my home and my business, and I've realized that it's all kind of caught up with me, and you can see it on my face. So I'm here today to do something for me. This will be my first time having any enhancements or fillers or BOTOX or any procedures. So I'm brand new to the game. I'm very excited and a little nervous, if I'm honest.
Hi Candace, I'm Sonia.
Hi.
So tell me what you're most interested in, or what bothers you, what your concerns are.
Probably this area the most.
Okay.
And my lips are a little bit smaller than they used to be. They seem to be going inward.
Yeah.
I think maybe just a bit here, but I definitely want to keep my expression here. So if we did anything here, I think it's important that I can still be able to raise my brow and let my kids know that they're stepping outside the lines.
So Candace is an easy client. She has a beautiful face. She's already got good structure. We're just going to do small little subtle things to enhance her beauty she already has. We don't want to change her. We don't want to make her look like a mannequin or somebody that she's not. We just want to make her look a little more youthful and rested. So her friends say, what you been doing lately?
Perfect.
Okay. So you may hear a little crunchy sound inside your head.
Oh.
I cannot hear it standing right next to you. Almost like a needle going into styrofoam.
Okay.
Okay. So just be aware, because people think it's a bizarre sound. I didn't feel it on that one, so you probably didn't hear it on that one.
Yeah, I heard it on that one. It's not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be, actually.
Yeah, I think the anticipation and
Yeah.
of the unknown is kind of scary.
Yeah,
So
totally.
everybody thinks it's going to be way worse than it is. After getting Botox, you want to stay upright for the next 4 hours. Don't go lay on one side or the other, because you
Okay.
don't want it to migrate more to one side than the other. So we're all finished. That was pretty easy, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to get all these little polka dot marks off of you.
Thank you.
And then we'll get ready to start on your filler.
Okay.
And like I said, if you need something for the crow's feet, we'll decide that after we finish with the filler. Okay?
That's perfect.
Candy's already been numbed, and we're getting ready to start. She has nice cheeks, but we're just going to give her a tiny little bit more volume. A lot of the times I'll use cannula if I'm doing a lot of filler in the cheeks, but we're just going to split one syringe between the two sides, give her a little more volume here and a little more right here, kind of give her that Nike swoosh, draw attention up to these big, beautiful eyes. It will lift everything down here a tiny bit, not much, just a tiny bit. You're not getting a facelift from it when you're only putting a tiny bit in, but you can see the movement here as I'm just barely moving her cheek. So we'll always start here and then work our way down. Lips are probably the most sensitive area. We'll want the numbing on that for the longest, so we'll probably go cheeks, nasolabial, and then your lips.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to take the numbing off of this side. I'll leave it on your other side for a few more minutes.
Okay.
Small for me, Vishnu. Okay, so I'm going to start back here with like a tacking stitch. Not too bad, right?
Yeah, not too bad.
Just a little pricks. Okay, let me see the two sides. So see how it drew the attention up right here?
Yes.
Versus this is kind of just going out that way.
Yep.
We want to bring everything up a little bit. And it just marginally changes this line here.
But it is such a difference.
And it's amazing how
Yeah,
much, like
it's
that
a
was
huge
1/10 of a
difference.
teaspoon.
Wow.
Huge difference. So put in the right places, it makes a big, big difference. You doing okay? If you rub your fingers across here, you may feel a little unevenness, a little lumpy bumpy. over the next couple weeks, it will fully incorporate into your tissue and that will all smooth out.
Okay.
You're also going to get a little bit of swelling, so you know the two sides of your face don't swell identically. Just remember one side may be a little more swollen.
Okay.
Nothing really bled, so hopefully you won't get any bruising. But if you do, obviously the bruised area would swell a little bit more. Smile for me. See, you're still having a little bit of crow's feet. It's not as much as it was before. Normally a full treatment on a crow's feet area would be 12 units on each side. For you, we'll go much lighter than that because you don't have a whole lot. We can do, you know, just kind of settle them down a bit. See if you like it. If you don't do it again. It goes away in 3 to 4 months. If you like it, then keep on doing it again. Yeah. Next, we're going to fill nasolabial lines. Hers are not very deep, so I'm going to choose a filler that is going to incorporate really smoothly in the tissue. JUVÉDERM Velour is a very nice filler in this area. It's more like melting candle wax into a groove to fill the groove rather than putting something under to bump it up. Here, we're putting something under to bump it up. We need that thickness, that volume. But here, when you smile, if you put something too thick in there, you're gonna look like you have ropes going down here. Definitely don't want that.
I don't want
it's
that.
not attractive. And then I'm also gonna put a tiny little bit at the corners of your mouth just to lift up the corners a touch.
Sure, let's go.
You have this little kind of C next to your mouth. I'm going to just put a little bit in as well.
Seems to be where my deepest wrinkles are. When I'm looking, that's where I see.
Right. So take a peek side to side.
Oh, wow.
See, you don't want it totally gone because it's not normal not to have a line there, but you definitely want it softened. So, and then don't smile at all. Well, I'm going to do the lips first and then see if I need a little bit more there. But this, it's hydrophilic, so it pulls moisture to the area to plump, so it will plump a little bit more. You like it?
I love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Going to the other side, we'll do the same thing. See right there where it's a little hollow? So we may just add a tiny little bit right there.
That's kind of the one spot.
Yeah, yeah.
My deepest spot.
On the lips,
yes.
You have a very nice definition to your vermilion border and your Cupid's bow. You don't really need any more definition to that border because it's already there and well defined. You have a few little lines around. Doing a little filler will help those lines, and then we'll plump up the lips.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to use JUVÉDERM Ultra. It's probably our most popular of the lip fillers. It's been around a long time, great product. It is going to swell quite a bit. Tonight, you'll be like, oh my gosh, what have I done to myself?
Okay.
Don't stress.
Okay.
The swelling will go down. I'm going to go into the corners, go up to where I want to start injecting, and then inject as I'm going backwards. That way I'm laying a thin little stream of filler, and it's a nice smooth line rather than pushing and spreading. More chance of clogging the blood vessel going forward, pushing and spreading. Okay. Any questions?
No.
You ready for it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm kind of excited. I'm excited for the look. I'm not excited for the process.
Right. So I'm going to start with the upper lip, go in and go up to the middle, okay? And just keep breathing, don't hold your breath because holding your breath raises your blood pressure, makes things more likely to bruise.
I'm just so happy because it doesn't hurt.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
We're trying to, when you look from a profile, make your lip curl up rather than kind of be flat. Just give you a little more volume. And when you smile, you'll keep a little more show to your upper lip. It won't thin out as much.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. That's perfect. It's great. It looks natural.
And smile.
It's actually how I used to look.
See, when you smile, how you keep a little,
totally.
it doesn't thin out.
Yeah, that's perfect. I love it.
Everybody says that the left side is more sensitive than the right. Don't know why, but everybody just about says the left is more sensitive. Everything's going very well. All right, take a peek in the mirror and see if you see anything else that, see, it's not as different, but when you smile, it goes way different, yeah. So, smile again. Yeah, I need to raise that up just a bit. And you have that, maybe a little bit more right there in the center. What do you think about the bottom? Do you see anything that needs?
No, I think it's great.
Okay.
I'm liking, you know, the subtleness of it.
Yeah.
I didn't want the huge, so that's perfect.
Yeah. So I'm going to add just a tiny little bit more here because this peak is just a tiny bit higher. When you're not smiling, you don't see it as much, but smiling, go ahead and smile for me. Yeah.
Just a tiny bit.
I'm going to go from the Cupid's bow down this time, okay?
Okay.
Just put a little strut there. Smile and relax. So I'm going to put a tiny little bit right here because adding the filler kind of created a little bit of a dent. I'm just going to put a tiny smidge there and a tiny smidge there with what we have left of the velour, okay?
Okay. Looks like I'm 40, not 47. I'll take it.
Just putting a tiny smidge very superficially here to fill that little crease. Just a touch. So I don't really see any bruises forming anywhere. Even that one little spot that looked like it was going to bruise hasn't. That's great. That's not to say that they won't appear a little bit later. Okay. Don't squish it. Sleep on your back with your head elevated a little bit tonight.
Okay.
I would try to sleep on my back for at least a few nights if you can.
Okay.
Because you don't want to squish it. You don't want to lay on your side and mush it around. Okay. It is definitely moldable the first 24 to 48 hours. After that, it's kind of incorporating and it doesn't move as easily.
Okay.
So if you see a lump or bump, trust that it's swelling and it's going to go away.
Okay.
If there's anything we need to adjust at 2 weeks, if there's still a little lump or bump, I'll do a little massage on it, see if it goes away. Usually it does. If it doesn't, we can make a little adjustment.
Okay. So excited.
They look pretty.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome.
Yeah, this is perfect.
I'm going to do your crow's feet though.
Oh, okay.
Let me do that. This is a more superficial muscle, so we're not going as deep, so you don't hear that crunchy noise on these. Totally. This is a mild version of the liquid lift. If you're not ready for surgery, you can augment the cheeks with some filler. You can, if people lose volume down here and they start to get the marionette lines or they get the real pre-jowl sulcus and they get a little jowling here, you can add some filler across here. If you have a good chin, but some people the chin just kind of slides away. You can add a little filler to the front of the chin as well, because women should have a narrower chin. So your chin should kind of match the sides of your nose. In men, it should be wider, more masculine. It should match the sides of your mouth, basically. So when we do filler here in women, if you don't add a tiny little bit to the front of the chin, it makes their chin look a little wider. So generally, we will add a little bit there as well. But I always start at the top, work my way down.
I like where I am today, but also happy to know that if there's anything that I feel like needs to be touched up, we can do that in 2 weeks and just make sure that I'm completely happy.